Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Sean, the American in Krakow. Woo! 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 Holy shit! Wow! This was almost your boy in Krakow's last ride on his bike. Man, that would have gone ugly. Dudes just don't look. Man, anyway, as you can see, we're back on the bike. Maybe I should have stayed home. Man, that was not a pleasant way to start the day. Whew. Yeah, sorry. Still a little surprised by that early morning parking lot pull out there. Man, anyway, it feels good to be back on the bike if I don't die. Hey, anyway, I'm sorry I haven't been able to post a lot of content up on the channel recently. You know, weather hasn't been that great. A lot of things have changed here in Krakow, Poland, regarding pandemic too. A lot more restrictions have been applied. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, I could talk about the stuff I wear and the stuff I do, but I only have a limited amount of gear, and I don't know if that's something you guys are that much interested in. Because predominantly my stuff is around riding and going places. Unfortunately, we're not off for a breakfast adventure today. Because with the restrictions, all in-restaurant dining has been suspended. So restaurants can either do pickup or delivery. That's about, takeout or delivery, I guess, or pickup, however you want to call it. And that's it for them. So, really wishing the best of luck to all my friends and family who either work in the food service industry or own restaurants. And I know things are tough right now. But that being said, I am also not going out needlessly. I'm trying not to because, numbers have been spiking here in Krakow and in Poland in general. So, why expose to more risk? So, if I can avoid it, I'm not going out. However, I am going somewhere today. We're off to a store called Media Expert because I'm off to inquire about the Xbox All Access deal. They seem to be the only Microsoft partner that I could find in Poland that's offering the deal. And that's on the new generation Xboxes, the Series S and Series X. And the bundle is pretty much you are leasing or you're taking out a 24-month loan, but they're offering it at 0 interest. And they're doing it for 145 Polish zlotys per month for 24 months. Now, simple math will tell you that adds up to more than the cost of the Xbox, so it can't really be 0%. But what people neglect to take into consideration is that it also includes the Game Pass Ultimate, or however they rebranded it recently, but the Ultimate Edition, which is another 55 zloty per month if you sign up for that without the bundle. Like if I wanted that on my Xbox One X right now. So that all coming in, it works out truly at 0 interest. I think in the US, when I did the math on the US version, you actually saved a couple of dollars, which is weird. But in Poland, it works out to just truly getting the Xbox and paying for 24 months of the Game Pass Ultimate Edition, the Ultimate version, whatever. So I'm off to go and see what that is, because unfortunately, you couldn't do it online. The only thing I can see is in-store. You have to go in-store, so that's another issue, because the bigger stores I know are in malls, and malls have been pretty much closed. Or stores in malls. Only thing I know are like pharmacies or cafes, I think, are still kind of open for like pickup, maybe. So I have to go to like a standard brick and mortar outside of a mall, which is fine because I don't mind. However, though, is in the malls, I'm always able to find someone who speaks English. and relatively well, not just like a little bit of English, but like, because this is like a loan, I have to sign up for a loan, so it's maybe a little bit more complicated English. So somebody has to be comfortable. Not that it's technical, it's just if they're not comfortable speaking the language, it makes it more difficult. So we're gonna go off to a small brick and mortar store I know that's on my ride when I usually run down Tinetska. Now this guy's turning. And yeah, I don't think that car behind me was ready for me to brake. You gotta pay attention, buddy. Yeah, so I'm hoping that somebody will be there and be able to speak with me, okay? And then I should be able to qualify for it and apply for it. And the other advantage is I haven't been able to ride for a few days. Or I haven't. It's not that I haven't been able to. I could have rode yesterday. The weather was probably nicer. I chose not to. I was busy doing some YouTube stuff for my other channel. And, you know, the day got away from me. The sun started setting. I'm like, I don't feel like riding out in the cold, in the dark. Oh. But, you know, I figured there, and the store wasn't open Sundays, right? Most stores are closed on Sundays except for restaurants and cafes. So I was like, hey, the store's open. The weather should be okay. The sun's out a little bit. I'll take it right out there and see what's up. And it's at the end of the Tinetska run, so, you know, I never miss an opportunity to go down Tinetska. Because it's always fun. Well, how have you guys been doing? You know, I know it's not just Poland that pandemic issues have been cropping up and additional restrictions have been cropping up. So, I don't know. I hope all you guys are doing okay. Staying safe. If you're home, working from home, locked up at home, you know, just keeping occupied, not letting your mind go a little too crazy. It's tough. But, you know, one of the reasons why I do this is it helps me get out and do something and also keep my mind occupied. And on the other hand too, maybe you know, I help somebody. I know I get some comments on my other channel, like this is a very niche market, motovlogging. My other channel is a little bit more reaction stuff, so a little bit more popular, especially with the things I react to. There's some very strong fan bases out there for that stuff. And you know, I get occasional messages like, wow, you know, you really made my Friday, or I needed this today, or you know, thanks for a good laugh, things like that. Like, it makes me feel good that, you know, I was able to do something that helped somebody else feel good for, even if it's for a few minutes, you know. Sometimes that's all it takes. Do I need fuel? I'll stop on the way home. But, this, you know, this timing, it's a little tough. Plus, there's more things interesting going on, right? So, even here in Poland, politically, there's been, you know, the anti-abortion law that was passed, and then, or not necessarily ratified, but passed, and then all the protests that have sprung up around it, and those protests have gotten pretty big and pretty aggressive in some cases. And then even back home in the U.S., right? We've had elections, and things are kind of crazy over there right now because, you know, all the media is kind of touting that Biden has won. Because, you know, based on polls at the voting stations, or not even just at the polls, but the voting stations themselves reporting their final numbers or close to final numbers, projected numbers maybe, you know, they're all stating that Biden has won. But at the same time, you've got Trump and his supporters also saying that it's been fraudulent and that there's been a lot of fraud and things, a lot of irregularities going on, and you know, Trump refuses to concede, which, you know, that's a weird situation to be in. Because I know technically the Electoral College doesn't vote until December 20th, I believe. So anything can happen between now and then. That's technically the official vote for the president. You know, everything else is just the popular vote until then. But, you know, it's not common. I mean, I'm not that old, but I don't recall any elections where there's been no actual reporting of an inconsistency from the election place, the polling place, where the president sitting hasn't conceded. There's that one with Bush and the issues with the voting machines in Florida. But I think they reported that there was an issue and that there's some problems there, right? I don't know of any of the, and maybe I'm missing some news somewhere, because again, coverage is always a little tough. Everything is so biased now these days. But I don't recall there being any reports from the voting station locations that there's been some inconsistency or technical difficulty or anything like that. Man, I really, really do need to get around this cars. But, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I mean, you look at the numbers, record numbers on both sides, right? Like, this election in the U.S. has been like record-setting in the amount of votes, and just even the votes cast per side for the Democrats or for the Republicans. It's been, whoa, what are you doing on this side? A record-setting number of votes in all areas. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I only hope for the best, and that whoever ultimately becomes or is elected as the president, I can say that as long as they put the country first and they do what's right for everybody, that's all you can hope for. Now, me personally, I've always been a Democrat, and not even just because it's a Democrat that I would vote Democrat. I've not been a big fan of the way Trump has handled public relations. As an American citizen, I said foreign relations, I said public. Foreign relations. As an American citizen who lives outside of the country, he's definitely added tension to my life. And I think the life of any American living outside of the borders, because, when you cause tensions with governments and it becomes public information, the people that live in those countries are gonna maybe, feel a certain way. And that's not to be unexpected. So, I just feel it's just, like I said, unfortunate some of the decisions he's made. I mean, some things make sense, right? I'm not going to agree with everything he's done. It's just maybe the way that he goes about being a little bit of a bully about certain things doesn't play well with other foreign nationals or foreign leaders. And that only makes things more difficult for future relations and future negotiations, right? Because it's not a one-time thing. For countries that are going to be existing for generations and years to come. Anyway, I don't want to talk about politics. Especially when I should be enjoying this ride, which I am. I never not enjoy the run, as long as I don't have a ton of cars and stuck in front of me. Which I didn't there, which was great. I will admit I'm a little stiff. I haven't ridden in a few days. And I'm wearing a few extra layers of gear. Just, it is not warm out here. What is it, 8 degrees Celsius on the dashboard there? So, I'm layered up a little extra heavy. So I definitely could have taken those turns a little hotter, a little bit better. But I'm talking to you guys, and, I don't want to go balls out. I'm just here to have some fun. And, stay within my lines, not risk anything, which I did successfully there while talking to you guys. I always impress myself when I'm able to do things like that. But, I do have to say that this is not something that everybody should do. And I don't know, maybe it's many, many years of call center work. So I have a background in support centers, both as originally as a call center agent and eventually managing and call centers globally. And, you know, when you work in call centers, talking is the job. But you also have to do your job, which is logging notes or resolving a problem. You're basically, the job is extreme multitasking sometimes. And I think that has given me the ability to do things like ride this bike and carry on a detailed conversation with myself in my helmet, because even though the goal is for you to hear me at some point, you're not here now, and I'm not getting any feedback from you. I'm just basically talking to myself in a helmet, and it's kind of weird. Okay, so we're almost here. I just have to think. I think the media mark is, or media expert is to the left. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's to the left. I've never actually been. I just seen it. I looked it up quickly on maps before I left home. I saw it was right off Tunetska, so I knew everything up until here. Or technically, this is Skavina. But the question is, which... Oh, shit. It was that one. Oh, no, it's this one coming. Cool. There was no way I was making that. That's not that small. I've just never been here. Hello, sir. Stop staring at me like I'm crazy. Just because I'm riding a bike. Well, I am here. I am going to go in there, try to get this thing, figure out what the deal is, if I can get it ordered or signed up for. And I'll let you know on the way back. Anyway, peace, y'all. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. It's your boy, Sean. Just coming back from that media expert trip, looking to sign up for the Xbox All Access program. Unfortunately, I couldn't sign up for the program because they still go through a bank, and I didn't get rejected per se. They said there was a fault in my details. And I ran into this once before where my name was spelt wrong somewhere in one of the systems. I thought I had it corrected last year because I've been able to do things with my bank, but this was with a different bank, and I don't know. So I ended up just buying it outright. Unfortunately, they had one in stock. So I ended up having to call an Uber to pick it up and take it home for me because I'm on the bike and I've got no straps, no nothing. So I'm actually trying to race the cab home now. He got a bit of a head start on me, and I got stuck behind a truck and a bus back there a little bit. So, yeah, I don't want him to wait too long. It's an Uber. I just don't want him to wait too long. So, yeah, hopefully I'll get there. But yeah, I got the Xbox One X. I'm kind of excited. Unfortunately, I don't have a 4K proper. I mean, I do have a 4K, but not a 120 hertz TV yet. But we'll see. We'll make this happen. All right, if he's not here, he's probably already at my house, which sucks because it's still a few minutes home for me. I thought I would have caught him by here. We'll see. Oh man, that was crazy. I didn't think they had them in stock. I didn't think they came out until another week or two here, but they had two. So he's like, "You want it?" I'm like, sure, thanks. I tried calling a buddy to see if he could come pick it up for me, but he was unavailable, so I just Ubered it. Hopefully I get there at the same time as the Uber. And then I'll get setting it up, I guess. That was still crazy. Gotta remember, cops here aren't so friendly. Oh man, I'm gonna get every red light, huh? Nope, still don't see him. I don't think I passed him. Oh, sorry buddy. I'll be there in a minute. turning here, so I'll ride behind the Skoda. Is it Skoda? Yeah, Skoda 105. It's clean though. Look at this thing. Man, the bumper's still chromy. Paint is shiny. I don't see any easily visible rust. That was a nice example of a Skoda 105. That I guess would still be Czechoslovak manufacturing, I think. I don't know if they had already separated by the time that car had come out. They might have. But it's a Czech company, part of the Volkswagen Audi group. Interesting cars. Sorry, I got stuck behind one truck and then one bus. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too, sir. Oy. Let us put that up here. Turn this off. Anyway, thanks everybody. There's my Xbox.